Welcome to Psych with Sigmund, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating world of psychology and explore the concepts that shape our understanding of human thought, emotion, and behavior. I'm your host, Sigmund, and today we're going to talk about behavioral activation, a powerful psychological concept that can help us understand how our behaviors influence our mental health and well-being. So, what is behavioral activation? In simple terms, behavioral activation refers to the process of identifying and changing negative patterns of behavior that contribute to mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. It's based on the idea that our behaviors play a crucial role in shaping our emotions and thoughts, and that by activating positive behaviors, we can improve our overall well-being. The concept of behavioral activation emerged in the 1990s, primarily through the work of psychologists such as Christopher Martel, Ruth Herman Dunn, and Robert Derubes. They developed a therapeutic approach called behavioral activation therapy, which focuses on helping individuals identify and challenge negative behaviors that contribute to their mental health issues. One of the key theoretical frameworks underlying behavioral activation is the behavioral model of depression, which suggests that depression is maintained by a lack of positive reinforcement and a preponderance of negative reinforcement. In other words, when we're depressed, we tend to avoid activities that bring us pleasure and instead engage in behaviors that provide temporary relief but ultimately exacerbate our symptoms. This avoidance behavior might provide short-term relief from feelings of anxiety or guilt, but it also means you're missing out on opportunities for positive reinforcement and social support. By activating positive behaviors, such as scheduling social activities or pursuing hobbies, you can begin to break the cycle of depression and improve your mood. Research has consistently shown that behavioral activation is an effective treatment for depression, anxiety, and other mental health conditions. Studies have demonstrated that individuals who receive behavioral activation therapy experience significant improvements in symptoms, quality of life, and overall well-being compared to those who receive other forms of therapy. But how does behavioral activation work in real-life situations? Imagine you're struggling with procrastination and avoidance behaviors related to work or school. A therapist using behavioral activation might help you break down your tasks into smaller, more manageable steps, and then encourage you to take action despite your fears or doubts. This could involve setting small goals, such as making a phone call or sending an email, and gradually building up to more substantial accomplishments. Another example might be someone who's struggling with social anxiety and avoidance behaviors related to social interactions. A therapist using behavioral activation might help this individual identify and challenge negative thoughts and beliefs that contribute to their anxiety and then encourage them to engage in small, low-stakes social interactions, such as meeting a friend for coffee or joining a club or group. In addition to its application in therapy, behavioral activation can also be used as a self-help strategy. By becoming more aware of our own negative patterns of behavior and taking steps to activate positive behaviors, we can improve our mental health and well-being without necessarily seeking professional help. One of the key factors that determines the success of behavioral activation is the therapeutic relationship between the client and the therapist. When clients feel supported, validated, and empowered by their therapists, they're more likely to make progress and achieve their goals. This is because a strong therapeutic relationship provides a sense of safety and trust, which allows individuals to take risks and challenge themselves in ways they might not otherwise be able to. In conclusion, behavioral activation is a powerful psychological concept that can help us understand how our behaviors influence our mental health and well-being. By identifying and challenging negative patterns of behavior, we can break free from cycles of avoidance and depression and develop more adaptive ways of coping with stress, anxiety, or other challenges. As my colleagues in the field would say, behavioral activation is not just a technique, it's a way of life. It requires patience, persistence, and self-compassion, but the rewards are well worth it. So, take a moment to reflect on your own behaviors and see if there are any areas where you might be avoiding or procrastinating. Remember that small steps can lead to big changes, and that every effort you make towards activation can bring you closer to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.